Yeah, everyone, this is Thermite, and this is Battle Angel Alita Last Order, Volume 17. On the cover, we have Alita. She's looking great. She's actually in a different body than the one she's in right now. I guess this is a tiny spoiler, because as of the last time, as of last volume, her body was bandages. I was going to say she was wrapped in bandages, but I'm pretty sure those bandages are her nanomachines. So I guess this is what she's going to configure herself into. Seriously, these wings are incredible. For those of you who don't know, I did, in one night, just because I wanted to have all the chapter numbers around, and also because for the omnibuses, they didn't have, individual color art for each of the volumes, so I had to, find those somewhere else. I made all of the covers in, one night. I thought I remembered some of them, and I was trying to, block them out, and I guess the blocking out succeeded, because I did not remember Alita having wings here. I'm really glad. That would have really sucked to have been spoiled on. That and the tail, actually. So I can see why I would have blocked that out. I don't know how I blocked out the wings. Her face looks good again, as opposed to last volume, where she looked terrifying. Well, she looks like a child to me. I guess that's why I don't like it. It doesn't look Alita-esque. Is there another one that I can show you that is no, not that one, not this one. Oh, okay, that's fine. See, here Alita looks more mature. She looks normal to me. It's a very different facial structure than Volume 16. It's probably just me. Anyways, before we begin, I do have a theory that I want to spout off now because I think it could be derailed within this volume or the next one. Does anyone remember Jashigan, the man who became a god? They referred to that moment, and specifically, Alita had a flashback to her Panzerkunst instructor telling her about that. That person called it the Ars Magna, or the Great Arts. The idea that your spirit can manifest itself so fully that the fact that you have a cyborg body is irrelevant. You are, for all intents and purposes, your spirit is one with your body completely. And so, in Jashigan's case, he manifested as a full human being. For a brief moment, Alita saw him as just a man. I think that's what's happening with Alita. Except, whereas Jashigan did it in one big blaze of glory because he didn't have much time left, I think it's happening very slowly with Alita. Or rather, it should be a big blast for her, but because she has the Imaginos body, it is reconfiguring itself slowly to because it understands what is happening and it's trying to facilitate it. And I think I'm getting ahead of myself. The reason I think this is because of the wings and the tail, because they're such a natural thing. Because yeah, they do represent her her animalistic personality and her new driven sense of purpose, as Nova said. But I think they might also be part of what she really is. We have never seen Alita in her infancy, in her true form. We have never seen her in her own biological form. Every single time we've ever seen her, including that flashback in the minefields, those were all cyborg bodies. They were all artificial bodies, which means we have never seen Alita's true form. Now, I don't know what could possibly have a cattail and a giant pair of wings, but she could be an AI or a virus or something. That's my current theory. I want to get that out because I'm sure we'll get an actual explanation on it, and this may or may not be debunked, but I thought it was a cool idea. Okay, phase 100, to be a pervert. Oh, this feels so weird. I've read a lot of manga, but I've read way more comic books. And so generally, when I think of big chapters 100s, really, multiples of 100, I always think okay, that's going to be something big. And most manga don't make it something big. It's just whatever, it's a chapter. I'm curious to see, this is obviously referring to Rakan, right? So it's going to be a Zazi Rakan chapter, which doesn't feel like a chapter 100. But I don't think it really matters. She's got grenades, 2 revolvers, 5 bullets each, 3 hovering smart fused missiles, 30 meters of det cord. Okay. Okay, so when she said det cord, I thought it was going to be the cord that leads to an explosive, but no, the cord itself is explosive. This is honestly pretty terrifying. Oh? Wait a minute, what? He's using monofilament wire? Oh, actually, he did kill Elfin's wolf. Or, he destroyed their bodies. So, theoretically, I guess he might have stolen them from them. Like, I mean, he could also just be someone who uses monofilament wire as well, but so far in the Zot, we haven't really seen any characters that are like that. Like, if characters have similar abilities, it is explained very thoroughly. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure he stole it. Without his rival Tunpo, this man has monopolized the title as strongest. Are we witnesses to the end of a legend? It's really interesting that we're hearing the announcer talk about the Zeka and Zex fight while we're focusing on Alita and Toji. Of course, Mars just wants to see what Zazi's doing. Is this part of a plan? Because she does still have those the floating ones. Like, I feel like those floating ones are going to definitely be important. Oh, okay, that's one leg down. Does her plan just involve the grenades hitting something else? Because my immediate thought was, oh, they're going to hit those like floating smart missiles she has in the air. But then why wouldn't she just trigger those by themselves? Oh, it's called MSRI, a technique to fire at different angles so that shots arrive on target at the same time. Oh, that's cool as heck. Okay. All right, he's going underground. But was that also part of her plan? Oh, okay, it's a bunker buster. Fair enough, so all she had to do was force him to go underground for that to be useful. And now the MSRI... Oh, okay. I honestly thought that this was all planned out so that once she fired the bunker buster, somehow that would make sure he was in the exact right position for the grenades. Okay, fair enough. Come on, Zazi, you can do it! I believe in you! One bullet behind another, like a shadow, but magnum bullets are slower than rifle bullets. Okay, that's true. We have seen him deflect bullets before. So does she have some other plan here, like beyond the shadow of bullets? Oh? Okay. Those, at least one of them was, yeah, both of them are way stronger than anticipated. How? Like, was she saving these special bullets up until the very, very, very end? These are osmium bullets with titanium nitride jackets. Jack there with the solid commentary. Each one cost my entire salary. But I have a supersonic butt. Oh boy. These bullets are too expensive for pervs. Oh boy, it's the lethal concho. It's my first time doing anal. What a page for chapter 100. What a beautiful page for chapter 100. Oh. Yeah, there's no way he's coming back from that. That's his real brain. You can even see the scars on it. He's dead. Wow. A pervert is the corrupted carcass of a man's dreams. Raan, who's committed so many violent crimes, has finally succumbed to Martian warrior Zazi's bullets. With one bullet to spare. I really like that line, though. Like, I'm surprised the Jack of all people brought that one up. That feels like something that that Zeka would bring up of all things. A pervert is the corrupted carcass of a man's dreams. It does, like, fully explain why he chose him to be on the team, though. Mom, father is finally at peace. Oh, we even got the time. Like, this isn't really, like, it's not a conclusion for them because, like, clearly his mom's gonna be distraught over this, but still. Wow. All right, that's it. That's the end of Rakan. Awaited with eager anticipation. All right, we just have 2 more fights left. That's right, at the very end, Zex was exploding. Oh, jeez. He's flying around like a balloon. Professor Zex exploded. Again, I do love that that Jack's been consistently calling him Professor Zex. Zex's fans are weeping. Hey, even a Jovian was cheering for him. Actually, there are people of all types here. That's really cool. They've all got the 6s on them. Oh, Mini Zex is still alive. That felt kind of nice. Okay. I mean, there's no way that Mini Zex can actually do this properly, right? But maybe it's just buying time for Main Zex. Though I guess this is where, like, Main Zex's personality is. So I guess the body itself has to be, like, done. Oh, okay. When something happens to one, the other functions as backup. So it's not even like that's the real Zex. It's that they both have, like, they both equally have a biochip. So the other one could be doing stuff. Oh, I was really weirded out there because it's the same narration. But no, I guess he is just repeating it. Or actually, no. It's not that he's repeating it. It's that this is the same moment in time, but we're seeing a different part of it. Right, Alita and Toji are still at the deadlock. Are the two masters in the middle of a mental battle? Okay, yeah, so she is still covered in bandages right now. And what's with these wings? They're so annoying. But the biggest problem is I can't decide on a design for my clothes. That's Alita for us. Okay, so that's why it's all like bandages. It's because she actually couldn't think up of anything else. Or maybe her subconscious came up with this because like she's still a work in progress. Could it be he's sleeping? God, Alita, you're so dumb. Oh, is he possessed by what was his master's name again? Tinpo. Is he possessed by Tinpo again? Besides, how dare he attack while I'm still trying to decide what to do with my clothes? It makes me mad. Mad! Oh my god. Like, the high-speed movement of her wings especially looks incredibly cool. It makes her look like one of those, like, Kabbalistic angels with, like, 12 wings. Okay, the prototype of super electronic. Yeah. Perhaps he's gone back to his roots, as it were. From strength to gentleness, from emptiness to substance. Endless change is the ideal form of karate. Okay, so is this actually him? Like, is he really this good? It looks like he split Alita in half, but did that happen? Huh, he actually did smash the wings. That is really surprising. She really didn't have those for long. Oh, but with one wing as a sword. Oh my god. So magnificent, so thorough. This is the ancient martial style Panzerkunst. But this can't be the end of the fight, though. There's no way. It feels too inconclusive, especially with Toji's like sudden jump in power. Oh, it's a hand, and it's a hand coming out of his head. Wait, what? Wait, what? So he's not possessing Toji. This is just straight up Tunpo, right? Namu Amida Buddha. Oh my god, it's Tunpo. But how? But why? Also, I really do appreciate that this shadow is, like, it runs directly along the spine of the book. That looks so cool. Because, like thematically, it makes sense. It is an actual, like, division. But also, it means that, like, no matter how it's reprinted, it's going to look good. Like, nothing's gonna bleed over. That's really cool. Okay. Huh. Like, how? How did he manifest himself, though? I am Tunfo. I dabbled in karate a while back, but I became a monk. I mean, is this legal? I mean, considering what the Venusians did, I guess we can't really say, like, what is and what isn't legal, but this feels like it shouldn't be legal, right? Oh, he was part of the original Spacer Karate Forces teams that Toji applied with. He's registered as the final reserve member. Okay, so it is legal. Like, it is as if he was just, like, waiting on the sidelines. Fair enough. The one I feared wasn't Kyrla or Zeka or Alita. It was Tunpo and the technology inside his body. What? Okay, this is new. This is very new. What? Huh. Like, we have been building up his, like, Zeka's dragon slaying method. But is it possible that Tunpo's, like, tiger killing fist is the way more impressive one of their two, styles? Because to be fair, like, tiger killing fist doesn't sound that impressive. But the way it was, like, the way it was described in that chapter was, like, a technique to kill something that has been long since, like, not exterminated, but, like, rendered extinct. So that does imply, like, it could be something to do with, like, causality or with, like, time or something. Of course, she's still up for the challenge. Still using her old body, like, and now I'm just excited for when she shifts over, because it's gotta happen, right? Hmm. If you can land one blow on me right through the head. What a surprise! I lose. But he wasn't cut. Like, what is going on with him? Is he a ghost? Ah. And yeah, like, now that he's here, there's no way Zeka's not going to try and fight him, even if they're on the same side. He needs to, he needs someone to use his dragon killing technique on. Circumstances forced me into this troublesome form which flits between dimensions. You only crushed my empty shell, my soul transferred into your body. When you pushed Toji's back, I transferred into his. Okay, okay. Huh. Ah, his quantum existence probably became unstable and he slid into an adjacent dimension. Ah, like, again, I love how Alita can bring up, like, these very spiritual things and then explain them in a sci-fi way. Every time it does it, it makes so much sense, and I love the confidence that the series has when it does this. It feels a little like playing D&D, weirdly enough, where the dungeon master will just bring in, like, a new monster, and unlike a narrative series, it's not like you then have to explain, like, okay, so this is what the monster is, this is the timeline, like, this is everything you need to know. It's like, no, this thing just exists in this world. Alita has that same level of confidence, where it can just bring in a concept like this, which, like, an entire series could hinge upon this idea, but it's willing to just bring it in as just, oh, by the way, we probably should have told you this, but this is just a thing that exists in this world. Something about that incredible confidence in storytelling is something I really admire. Ah, any movement he made was as a result of my thoughts. Okay, so he was possessing him. Yeah, and that's why he reverted to an older style, because it was Tinpo the whole time. Mhm. The times are a-changin', don't you think, Zeka? I really love Tinpo's, like, he has sort of a hick dialect to him. Like, he talks like someone from the countryside. I really like that. Like, it's at first he seemed a little too formal, but no, it's a mix of formal and also, like, being very colloquial. Okay, I've learned the dragon slaying technique. Now show me your tiger killing fist. Oh boy, it's gotta happen. Hmm. Now, won't you all die for my dream? Ah. Again, the prophecy is coming true. Whatever happens with the Sword of Damocles, it's not going to work out. But I really love that it's not even because of how powerful Zeka's like dragon slaying technique is. It's specifically because of Tunpo being there. Like, what could he have that would be that catastrophic? Very well, I'll take you on. Blinds, deluded, obsession and all. Come at me with you all you've got. Okay. Like, I'm actually figuring, like, because he's a monk, I've got one of two ideas. Either the tiger slaying fist is something that is so insanely powerful that after using it, he decided, all right, like, after using it once, he decided that, okay, I should just become a monk. Like, this should never be used again. I want to resign myself from karate. This is too dangerous. Either that, or it's possible that becoming a monk is, like, it is his form of the fist. Like, instead of it being something incredibly dangerous, the way Zeka chose to interpret it, like, I think Tunpo may have come up with something that is super pacifistic. It's one of those two extremes. It's either something that is obscenely powerful or obscenely, like, peaceful. Okay. I know it's about to happen. I saw the future a long time ago. These Zot finals, at this rate, everyone in Kithres will die. Oh boy. I mean, technically, shouldn't Alita be able to just shut it off? Because she can, like, it's not that she controls Melgiazek, but she can borrow its power. Can't she try to override it? Okay, Dragon Slaying Bone Crusher, Sword of Damocles, Void Fist. We've got 3 insane things all happening at once. What is the result? What is the result of this? Okay, let's see those opening moves. The feint, a low kick with the outside edge of the foot. The target was Chunpo's knee joint. A feint, but still deadly. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Like, it's specifically, he doesn't want to negate the attack. He wants Zeka to be able to completely do it, and then he'll stop it. Is this joy? There's no hate or rage or sadness, just simple, innocent joy. Like a toddler's unbridled delight at being able to walk on his own. He masters these techniques for mass slaughter and people misunderstand him. Aww. That is really cool. Like, I do really appreciate that. He does, like, it's not that he wants to kill everyone, it's that he wants to do this technique, and if it does kill everyone, he doesn't care. That's a really interesting motivation. I envied your ability to rationalize anything away as part of a man's dream. While Zeka felt joy, it meant fear and death to everyone. The antimatter fist closed in. Okay, Void Fist is, like, I assume it is going to negate this somehow. Because that would be like, it would fit Tunpo incredibly well to have an ability that just renders any other attack moot. That would also explain, like, why it's possible that he would be able to stop the sword. Like, if both of them hit at the exact same time, maybe he could negate both of them. Okay. It's like a rippling effect. For the time being, I've kept him from committing suicide using his antimatter fist, but I only half succeeded. Okay, so the sword didn't activate at all. Like, it's not even that it was fired and then it was blocked by this. It just didn't activate. Wait a minute. Oh, did he cut off Zeka's arm and then fling it into the Sword of Damocles? Or, like, the sword, it's not like the sword is one thing. It's like a series of satellites, right? Sun at midnight. Okay. Oh. Okay, so he didn't destroy any of the satellites, but then why didn't it activate then? Oh, okay. All right, so it's just like the the warping of space that managed to stop it from fully doing it. You know, just that. The scale of things, the scale at which things are moving right now is insane. Like, going back to this moment, I think this is so insane. Like, imagine watching something that's happening insanely far away from you. Like, something that's happening in outer space. And then as you see, like, part of it happen on screen, you just look up into the sky and you see it happening in real time at the same time. Like, that sounds insane to me. Like, the closest thing I think it would be, like, watching a space launch on TV and then also being close enough that you can see it, like, the actual, ship in the distance. Okay, it was built to prove the D theory, one of the theories of everything, but it possessed such singular properties that it was erased from its... Okay. D theory ambitiously attempts to describe physical space-time and phenomenal consciousness in the unified theory. Okay. Consciousness in a normal state, accompanied by a sense of unity with the universe. Okay. That's really cool. So it's a device that, like, by its very existence, it proves that, yes, in this universe, like, a consciousness is, like, I mean, I guess that actually ties into Karmatronics now that I think about it. Like, this idea that, like, human intent and the consciousness actually does affect reality. Like, I guess it makes sense that you would have multiple theories in this universe that all touch that very concept because it is real. Like even if none of them are the absolute truth, they're all close enough to the truth that they would like operate on the same principles. Hmm. If the D-Ripper functions as theorized, nobody will be able to kill Tunpo. We cannot have an individual with godlike powers. Okay. This extinguishes all attacks into nothingness. The Void Fists. That's so cool. Ah. Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Not just because he was trying to figure out like what the Tiger Killing Fist could possibly be. It was specifically that he knew he would have to fight Zeka with it. So he came up with the exact opposite to what Zeka could come up with. That's really cool. And then naturally that would also like that would be why he ended up becoming a monk because he just saw like, oh, that makes a lot more sense than being a karateka. If you'd broadened your horizons a bit more, you would have realized that the dragon you need to slay wasn't me, but war and the oppressive social system, the suffering inherent in human existence, and karma itself. Like that is a genuine possibility. Like this is why I think cones are such a cool concept. Because like a lot of them do like most of them do have an actual answer. Even if you don't think they do, usually the person who created them has an idea in mind, but then like you can come up with your own idea and that is still a correct answer in its own way. Like in this way, both of those like their master's thing of just, hey, here are two names of techniques. You have to create those. They could have really spun those in any direction they could have wanted. Like Zeka chose a actual physical fighting move, but he could have just created something completely different, like yeah, like something that eliminates like suffering. That's such a cool concept. Oh, our respective pupils can carry on for us, but if he doesn't have a pupil, right? Oh, Void Fist, farewell, my friends. Oh, on the moon. I don't take on students. He wouldn't let me finish, damn it. Are there ring outs in the Zots? I don't think we've ever had to deal with that, but I don't think there are ring outs, right? Like it's just to the death or to like incapacitation. Zek is gone, and the Zot judges have come to a decision. They've accepted Tinpo's resignation as the last of the karate forces. Okay, Space Angels win. Okay, that's not what I expected. This does mean though that like within the next 2 volumes, I do expect there to be an end to the Zeka Zex fights. Like even if it's not gonna be part of the Zot, but I do think like just as men, they're going to want to do it. What a cool ending. Like this is a very satisfying ending. That said, I mean, he's already started to use the sword of Damocles, so I feel like Embodies' whole like, hey, I'm not going to interfere thing is kind of out of the window now. He's going to interfere. Today's the day for the history books, that's for sure. This is a Zot to remember. Yeah, always bet on Alita. She's gonna be so loaded. Sadly, an accidental explosion killed the entire team, ending the competition in a no contest. That's how my script ends. Oh, jeez. Alright, gotta stop the Sword of Damocles. Okay. Well... Oh, I forgot about that. Like, I was seeing this as just, oh, it's real weird that he's standing up to Chairman Embody, but... That's right, they do have the unanimous system. Make it look like an accident and nullify their victory. It just wouldn't be fair. Okay. It's going live. I'm assuming it's like is there anything left of Ping? Or is he just dead now? But oh, maybe he set this up beforehand then. Gotta finish this here. Okay. Yeah, like this is definitely some legit unrest. Right. Okay, this would be really cool. Like I assume that somehow he's going to be able to like force it to fire anyways, but it would be really cool if we just don't get to see this Damocles fire. Hmm. Oh, he made a bet. He made a bet with a man called Ping Wu. Okay. Okay. So it is a bet. Okay, so he like he knows how to deactivate unanimous. He's done it multiple times. It didn't change anything. But what if he did something clearly unfair? What if Alita's team wins a Zot and the man tries to crush them? Okay. Oh my god, that is some incredibly cool foresights. Yeah, what an amazing man. It was mostly a wish, but it's also becoming reality. Oh, like I thought he was 100% dead. Can he still be revived? I would love to see him like back in the future. Okay, well then. Only one man is allowed to define justice. Me, Trinidad. Oh boy. I mean, these guys are going to get screwed over. I don't think they've won a single fight thus far, but I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for them. There's no going back now. He can't rewrite this. He's just going rogue. So I guess if there's anything left, he's going to just, he's going to try and kill the Space Angels as his final thing and then run away. If I can get through this and repair unanimous, I can alter the facts in any way I choose. Even then, I feel like there's no way he could possibly put this, there's no way he could, close this box now that it's been opened. There's no way. Oh, is this the accidental explosion? Okay. Come on, Tinpo. I mean, it's holding up so far. Oh, I don't know how to use the wormhole core inside me, but you might make good use of it. Okay. Alright, what in the world are they doing now? Alita and Tunpo entangled and complement each other's minds and abilities. Okay, that's so cool! Yeah, so they have each other's abilities, at least temporarily. They overturn our godly predictions yet again. It was worth making a deal with that cat burglar. Okay, so we still have not seen what in the world she said to Jupiton. Hopefully this is the explanation, right? Oh, Arthur's here too! Like, do all the super powerful AIs have a way to chat with one another? I guess that makes sense why, there's no reason why they wouldn't be able to. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. The void fist extinguishes all attacks. The opposite is also wait, what? The opposite is also true. Oh, a black hole! I guess that makes sense. Like, he's taking all this energy and converting it into hyper dense matter. And that is the black hole, which I guess is also a kind of void fist. Like, a black hole isn't a void, but it also kind of is. This is the true tiger killing fist, matter fists. Oh my god, that's so... So, he created a technique specifically to stop the dragon slaying technique. But at the same time, he also created something that is literally the exact opposite of the dragon slaying technique. Like, instead of creating antimatter and using that to create a massive detonation, he creates enough normal matter to create a black hole. That is so cool. Like, it's cool specifically because he came up with this, and then presumably, I feel like he must have created Void Fist as a counter to it. Like, he had the ability, he maybe in his early youth, he also just thought about it as a killing move. Like, he had the same idea as Zeka before he turned to being a monk. Before he decided, no, I would rather create a technique that stops dangerous attacks. That is, oh man, I love Tunpo. He's so cool already. Alright, final chapter of the volume. Okay, well, I mean, that's the sword gone. Sword of Damocles is inactive. Oh my god. Your pet New Order soldiers are on their way to arrest you. Buddha save you. This is karmic justice. And again, this wouldn't have happened if he hadn't used, if he hadn't thought about using the sword. I realized on icy Pluto, the lost and ignorant masses need Superman's total rule. Oh, jeez. Wait, what? He just plucked the brain biochips right out of him. Whoa. 100 or 1,000 years from now, what I did, what I tried to do, will be vindicated. Mark my words. Seriously, Tunpo really does, I feel like an uncharitable way of saying this would be he's a Deus Ex Machina, but I want to use that in a positive light. Like, he does feel like a deity that has been built up this entire time, and now he's slipping in to do, like, what he must, to provide a little divine intervention. But, like, he's not swaying the entire purpose of the series. Like, in the end, he's just negating a big problem. But there's still a lot of other big problems to deal with. Going to a different dimension where time and space have no meaning. That's, very zen. Wait, what? He's taking Colonel Payne with him? First of all, that's possible? Like, I mean, when Colonel Payne said that he left a Geist with her, like, this entire time, I kind of assumed that just meant, like, you know, like, that was her inner demons. It was her, like, it was her negativity given form. But was that actually just a ghost? Like, what? Oh, strongly visualized malignant thoughts take on lives of their own. Information was a privilege given to humans, but it's a double-edged sword. Imagination, not information. Whoops. Yeah, that definitely changes the entire reading of this. When I became like this, I trained to control my imagination. After all, imagination can even change reality. Wow, thanks, Tunfo. That's really all I can say is just, yeah, thanks. Oh, okay, what's happening now? Oh, okay, so the Onion Frame, like the entire Zot arena is just being purged. Is this Embodies' final, like, last-ditch effort to get rid of the evidence? Oh, wait, what? The sudden weight shift will sink the orbital elevator. Wait, what? Okay. Huh. Well then. I mean, this explains how we're gonna, like, bring the danger right to the scrapyard. Because if the orbital elevator sinks, it's gonna, like, Tiferes is gonna smash down into the scrapyard. Right? Oh boy. Well, this feels like the end times again. Tiferes is falling. Okay, if Tiferes has the ground, it could destroy the entire orbital ring system. So Melchizedek did anything. Oh, okay. So most of the physical servers of Melchizedek are in the orbital ring system. Okay. So, I mean, part of it is, I assume, because Melchizedek is there to, you know, protect humanity, but part of it's also just self-preservation. Okay. The Marine City Nether rose out of the water. Oh my god. Like, the sheer scale of this is absolutely insane. Okay, it looks like it just shifted down a bit. Not too much. Okay. Oh boy, it's just one problem after another, isn't it? I mean, this is before, you know, like, when I said that there's a lot of problems left to come, I thought I meant, like, you know, the rest of the human civilizations, like, deciding whether it is okay for the surface to gain independence. I didn't mean this. That's plenty of time to evacuate the Onion Frame. But, alright, there are colonies on the moon. It would be difficult. Yeah, they did have a failsafe for this. It was the Sword of Damocles, which they just destroyed. I really love plots like this, where, like, there are a lot of safeguards set up, and one of those safeguards goes rogue, so you have to destroy that. But because that's gone, the next safeguard is now a problem, and if you destroy that, now the next one is a problem. It's a classic concept. Like, in a lot of old school fantasy, it's the idea of, you know, you kill the Dark Lord, but that Dark Lord was actually protecting this province from the bigger Dark Lord, so you kill that guy, but it turns out he was, you know, the one protecting humanity from the evil god. Like, that escalation is something I really like, and this is kind of the same thing, but, you know, on a different level. It's not quite as mystical. All right, Alita, save the lunar cities. How in the world, though? Like, she can't evacuate them, so it's got to be just destroying the Onion Frame. But she doesn't have a killer ability like that. I mean, first evacuate everyone from the Onion Frame, and then destroy it. So how? Like, do they have enough escape vessels? Like, enough escape vessels to get rid of everyone on the Onion Frame? Embodies still trying to make a move. Oh? Who could this be? I mean, there's no end of people that could be stopping him right now. Oh, it's Kyrilla! Wait, did she cut dye into the side of this? I mean, like, he clearly had a biological brain because he had the 3 brain biochips implanted into it. Those chips are gone, now his brain is gone. That's it, right? He's gotta be dead. That's just the end. Okay. Well, that was Last Order Volume 17. I mean, I do have to finish this stuff up. But wow, I've sure got some thoughts. Yeah, like as much as the stealth soldiers have been like beaten up repeatedly, they aren't that bad. Like they've taken a lot of damage and still survived. So, I mean, they're not just fodder. Lives of the Rank and File, last episode. Farewell, my friends. Oh, I love this kind of thing. It's so goofy. Oh, this is the greatest. It's me. Yep, me. But evil has been defeated. We rule now. Arrest director. Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy, I'm never going to be able to see this scene again. Like, in the same lights. We're obviously headed for the casualty club. Idiots, if you've forgotten why we exist, if we don't get beaten up, who will? Stealth NG Platoon 5, no survivors. Alright, so that was Battle Angel Alita, Last Order Volume 17. Wow. What a good volume. First of all, I don't think we ever saw this form, did we? Like, I'm pretty sure we never saw Alita look like this. Did we not? Let me check near the ends. I don't think we did. Yeah, like, even here. She's still in bandage mode. Okay. I mean, maybe that was just a design meant for the volumes, or maybe we're going to see it in the future. But I guess not. Because, yeah, she doesn't have her wings after this point, like, after they get torn off. I guess she could regrow them. Like, if my theory is true, and the wings are part of what she really is, then I guess she will just bring them back in time. What a cool volume. Like, I mean, every single fight ended in a way that I thought was fantastic. The one I was most worried about was honestly Alita and Toji, because I couldn't really see how that would be exciting. Like, we needed to show off how powerful Alita is, which means that someone like Toji, who she's clearly surpassed at this point, can't like put up a great fight with her. So we completely disregarded it by having like Zex actually lost his fight with Zeka, and then we had Zeka fight Tunpo, who is like the idea of them finally having that clash was something we'd built up over the course of this entire arc, but it just never occurred to me as a thing that could really happen. To me, it was always just, well, in the background, yeah, like that would be the ideal thing, but it can't happen. So now Zex has to fill in for Tunpo, or if Zex can't do it, Alita has to fill in for Tunpo. Like, I didn't think we'd actually get to see the two of them facing off. Tunpo, for as little as he was in the series, like he was there for a few flashbacks and then for this volume, but I really like him. He is incredibly cool. I think he's one of the coolest karateka in the entire series, but I mean, he's not a karateka, so I shouldn't call him that. And like the way Umbadi finally went out was pretty cool. Like, not specifically his death scene, but like the way it all broke down. The fact that like the fact that he was completely like forsaken by his people, the fact that he had the chips actually removed from his brain. It was this very like rapid fall, but every single bit of that fall just took him out more and more. It was beautiful. I don't really know what else I want from the series at this point. Like, I don't really want to see the politics of like the surface being like given its freedom. I want that to happen, but I'm not that interested in the politics of it. And we still have like Supernova to deal with, maybe? Like, maybe he'll be the final villain, maybe he won't be. I don't know. I'm really curious to see what happens for these last two volumes, because I feel like they've done basically everything I've wanted to see in the series. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I'm sure I'll say in volume 18 and 19, oh yeah, it's this thing. I waited this entire time to see it, but right now I don't remember it. I guess the main thing is honestly just I want to see the characters from the original series again. Like, I want to see Alita finally meet up with Figure and say like, hey, it's been a long time. Let's hang out. Let's go on a date. That's really it. Like, if we can do that, if we can bring back Lou, I guess. Like, at that point, bringing back Lou feels like a really long stretch. I don't really know what we could possibly like. I guess I don't know. Like the other thing is just what happens with Alita. Like, are we going to just are we going to end this with her not getting her brain back? Because that would be fine. I don't think she has to get her brain back. Part of the arc of this has been that even if you have a brain biochip, like you are still you. You are still a valid person. So it'd be fine if she didn't have her own brain. But then like what will go on with Supernova? Does he have a final plan that we have to stop? Is he going to just like stick a chip into that? Are we gonna fight an Alita, like another Alita clone at some point? Who is that person on Mars? Is that person on Mars Alita's friend? There are a lot of unanswered questions, and there are a few. Like the whole Alita's friend thing is something that I think will. I think that'll wait until like Mars Chronicle to come up. So yeah, I'm really blathering on, but I really loved this volume. It was a fantastic volume, and I am very excited to see what happens next. So I guess that is volume 17. I don't know if I'll do 18 and 19 anytime soon because I don't want like the end of the year is going to be very like full of stuff. So I don't want to be trapped in this thing where at the very end I can't actually read these by the end of the year. But at the same time, I don't know, it feels weird to have this backlog. Like as I'm recording this, just as a peek behind the curtain, it is December 13th. I guess it doesn't matter. Like in the future, once these are all out, how I release them will not matter at all. So whatever. Let's leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye for now. Yeah.